So, we have discovered the source of the void scent outbreak in Garlemald.
A gate forced open from the void.
The barrier between our worlds is especially thin here, I suspect. Elsewise, I see little reason why the Reapers chose to live in such an inhospitable place.
Even if the conditions are ideal, we're talking about a gate that could pass an archfiend. Opening one so large could not have been easy.
In the age of Alag, Emperor Zande created an enormous portal using a prodigious amount of ether harnessed by the Crystal Tower. In theory, a similar feat should be possible from within the void. One need but have the requisite amount of ether, such as that harbored by a great worm's eye.
1 second, chewing. Milk chocolate.
And its ether is indeed greatly diminished.
In our friend's vision, Golbez let his archfiends feed upon Ashdaya's ether. If he has also taken an eye to open this gate.
It does not bode well, I know. Nevertheless, we must remain hopeful and continue our search. What I find curious is why our foes chose to strike now, some 5,000 years after Ashdaya vanished into the void. And while their overarching plan remains a mystery, what exactly was Cagnazzo's part in it that he had finished?
Delivering the eye to... Maybe it's booby trapped?
Okay.
Vitra?
Oh, Ashdaya. What has become of you that even your eyes should be so spent of ether? I cannot bear the thought of her being held captive a moment longer. But how will I find her? What must I do? Calm yourself, Vitra. I appreciate that you are upset, but such passion clouds your judgment. You must endeavor to remain composed. When your mind is clear, we may consider how to proceed with our search. You are right. In the meantime, I will help Alphino and Alize back at the village.
That sounds like a fine idea. We should go as well.
I'm getting flashbacks to 4 of us taking a ring to a village and something bad happening.
We can mount in this zone.
Yep.
I mean, we could also mount up back in Troya, so it makes sense.
Something bad is gonna happen.
Of course it is.
We have 2 patches to go, but now we're over point 3. We're getting increasingly close to the point where we'll get some sort of...
Point 3 is always where the big shit happens.
Yeah.
Point 3, for past expansions at least, was typically where the story of the current expansion ended and they set up the prologue for the next one with the following 2 patches.
In the...
I mean, we just took out the...
Oh,
King of
maybe in a
Water.
few months' time we'll probably get a, the shorter CGI version trailer for next expansion.
So what's
Yep,
the fire
it-
one look like?
Probably E3, or what the equivalent of.
Rubicante is tall and he doesn't wear pants.
Has a big cloak though, and that thing's fucking annoying. Alphen, no.
What have you got for us,
What
Alpha
do you
2?
know?
What does Alfie know?
I don't see Vitra with you. Is everything all right?
He needs a moment to himself. While he is indisposed, we thought we'd lend you a hand.
I've just finished patrolling the area, so we're fine on that front. There are no signs of void scent, and I doubt we'll see any more now that the gate has been closed. As for Alphino, he set his sights on the cerulean spring. We're hoping to take as much of the stuff as the snowcraft can bear. That much fuel would keep the people warm for a good while. We've managed to procure a few suitable containers for transporting the ceruleum, and we're about to return to the spring.
If you've a mind to scrounge up more containers, I can take what you have now and get them filled.
Thank you, Estinian. The more we can load into the snowcraft, the better. Would you and your Stola mind helping us with our search, then? You'll need to take any suitable containers to the spring and then back to the snowcraft once you've filled them with ceruleum.
And getting fuel for their electronics and warmers so they don't freeze to death.
Good.
A touch mundane, perhaps, but otherwise necessary.
I'm curious why Zero didn't do the thing.
I mean, apparently voids don't die in our world. I guess that's new information.
Well, I mean,
Or again,
Diabolos didn't.
I had long been under the impression that if a voidsent died in our world, then they simply just returned to the void. But I guess that was a mistake on my part.
That's Jam before Diabolos did it. His buddy Jester minion did it.
I can only assume the case with them is... Well, wait, hold on. Wasn't that... That was because they had a full-on covenant. They didn't just come here on their own. Maybe that was why. Because they were summoned by Mach. Mach-y black mages.
ah, look, there's the symbol on my stone. The Reaper symbol.
Yeah, I think that probably would be it. The difference between a voidsent that's summoned versus one that has made its way here itself.
That's the only explanation I can come up with, at least.
Whereas one that's summoned is still, like, tethered. The void.
Maybe. Or he did go back to the void and just lost a considerable amount of power.
We talked at the end about, like, rejoining the Great Flows in the live stream.
Yeah, dying. And Estinian himself noted earlier that, thankfully, voids don't die in our world. So, all I can really surmise is that there was something special about Diabolos.
Maybe. So I guess when Xenos died, Zero just went back to the void.
Well, she was
Because-
summoned.
Because she didn't die, she was summoned here. Which is also, I think, why we needed the Null Stone and the Mach raids, because without that, we couldn't annul Diabolos' covenant, and he would just keep causing trouble. The Null Stone is what let us break that, so that we could
Thing
get
is,
rid
we
of him.
killed him, and then he came back as in a big mech suit, which we haven't done yet in the Bodgen race.
That is a lot of juice. Holy shit.
So
A lot of ceruleum.
we need to do more of the Bodgen race at some point to get back to the old Diablo shit.
Indeed. That's good. The container is now filled to the brim with ceruleum. Are we at Zero's line?
Yep.
If that one has been filled, you should hurry and take it to the snowcraft. Estinian has already seen to the rest. Go on ahead. The others ask that I remain here in the event they find more.
I don't like how we're just staying here. Something bad is gonna happen. Retros doesn't come back out.
Estinian, have you anything to say? Only a line of dialogue that Rule 34 artists on Twitter will make very good use of.
Do I even want to know?
We will have a prodigious load to deliver. Like I said. Alright, I've delivered the ceruleum to the snowcraft. Needing to find a vantage point now.
Now we gotta wait over here by Estinian.
Indian! C'est your dragoon.
Or if you do the Dragoon line, he's known as the Blood Dragoon. Or the Crimson Dragoon. I can't remember which one it was.
Yeah, either way. Alright, I'm using the waiting thing.
I think this might
Is Vitra not back
be
yet?
worse.
It's void and there's no Vitra. I'm concerned. Again,
Any on Alize's line?
Again, though, even if it's like up to Vitra, it's in Makin body. His main body's in Razatan still.
So, are you wait to Alize's line?
Yep, I'm there.
I'm at Alize's line. We good?
Nope.
Let's go.
There he is. We can't see his eyes. Something's wrong.
My apologies for the delay.
Set.
Are you all right?
I am. As distressing as this turn of events was, the eye itself gives me cause to hope. While it is no longer possessed of Ashdaya's will, it may yet lead us to her. Were it not for your encouragement, I would never have dared to embark on my search, much less come this far. I will not lose faith. I will find my sister, wheresoever she may be.
We'll return the eye to her, together.
Though tainted, the eye has not fully succumbed to darkness. Ashdaya herself may have been able to resist its influence.
Well, as much as we'd love to take part in your next foray, we can't abandon our efforts here.
Indeed. We'll need to keep a close watch, in case the Void Gate opens again as well. Though should it prove safe to do so, I have some ideas for how we might put this village to use.
Do what you must. We will manage.
To free Ashdaya, I expect we will have to deal with Golbez once and for all, after which you may undertake your work without worry.
We look forward to the glad tidings.
You'll take good care of everyone, won't you?
What? Why do you ask me this?
Because comrades look out for one another, and I can't think of anyone more qualified to keep them safe.
Doing the hat thing.
True. I will do no less than I've promised.
If our respective plans are settled, then let us head back.
So twins will be staying here, but we get to link up with them for a little while. I'm happy with that.
Maybe in the next patch we'll get to see what Thancred and Orianze are up to.
Yeah, I mean, they're just wandering around, as I understand it, keeping an eye on things from a distance. Making sure no nations are getting uppity now that the unified threat of Garlemald and the final days are gone.
Alfie, no, what do you know?
Okay, Alpha no. Another cutscene.
Not voice.
Yep, I know. I suppose this is where we part ways for now. Though we have every faith in you, we will pray for your safety all the same. That slow look. I'm glad we had the chance to talk, Zero. Take care. Until next time. Bye, twins. It was good to see you again. It's only been like a year since the last time you were in the story. Till next time.
I have friends.
You have comments.
You are learning what this friendship fucking thing is.
I used
Where-
to wonder what friendship could be.
Oh god.
To you all shared its magic with me. Anyway. Am I right in assuming that we are to return to the void? Now that matters here have been settled, yes. But first, we should return to Razadhan to prepare. When everyone is ready, let us convene at Megaduta.
Oh, she has been eating some spicy food.
Which she kind of felt.
Nee, use teleport.
Super effective.
You are a Pokemon. Makes sense.
I do train you all the time.
Anyway.
She would most definitely be a flying type. Because she always wanted to fly.
What type would Mika be?
Psychic.
Psychic.
Psychic type.
And
Yeah.
I
Rocket
need
would
to ask-
probably
He would
also be
be-
flying.
He would be flying / dark type.
No, I am dark type.
So was me, if you recall. I had devil
Sure.
wings.
What would Rocket be?
Fire and
Flying slash what?
Fire flying in a final
Fire.
evolved form.
Steel. No,
Fire flying,
and
yep.
Steel.
Steel,
Just
yeah.
Metal.
Well,
Or Steel Fire?
Like I said, fire and steel.
but she's also Black Chocobo and they fly. She just fly, so...
I mean, she couldn't fly for a
Flying.
while.
And initially just Steel flying in a final
And
evolved
she
form,
doesn't.
she adds
I mean, she
flame.
doesn't technically need the flying type to fly. There are those that can fly without the flying type.
But she's a Black Chocobo, flying's their whole shtick.
I know. I learned it 4 when I couldn't get to the magnetic dungeon, and I figured what the fuck I was doing.
If everyone is ready,
I had to do a fucking.
then let us depart for Al-Zadar's legacy.
All right, we
Once.
And that's when his voice.
Yep.
Good.
Proceeding.
Go.
Proceed. Now we await something bad to happen.
Like that?
Like what?
Boom. Oh,
What is
that's a light. That's a bad. I assume that's
What is
coming
that?
from. I assume that's coming from our portal. That was.
What is,
That's probably fine. That's fine.
What was that?
A deluge of ether. The mark of a terrible magic.
Maybe that was Rubicante. It was the right color.
It wasn't far from here. Let's go.
Him opening
the
a
fire fiend, I guess.
Maybe?
Dramatic music, we must run.
I'm still on the loading screen. Okay, here we go.
Hey, you! Stop! If you're thinking of taking to sea, don't!
What has happened?
We were out working our nets when a light suddenly shot up over Buffalo Isle with a boom. A massive fiend then took to the skies. Another blasphemy, we feared, but we didn't linger to find out.
Did you see where it was headed?
I can't say for sure, but it looked like it was northward bound.
I see. Our thanks for the warning, and do not let us keep you. Buffalo Isle is connected to Al-Zadar's legacy. This cannot be a coincidence.
It's close, at least.
In response to Karnyatso's defeat, they have come for our gate.
So it seems. I would ascertain the situation at the vault, but the fiend must be dealt with, ere people come to harm. I shall assume my dragon form and seek it out at once.
Wait. You heard the fisherman. A blasphemy, they called it. If another flying creature were sighted now, others will assume the worst and panic will spread. This is not the way.
I mean, they know what Vitra is.
They do, but if he's high in the sky, they might not be able to make out sufficient details. And if people are flighty, they'll leap to the worst conclusion and panic prematurely.
I'm also, I also don't want to get his dragon body anywhere near them because I don't want to give him another dragon.
Right?
Fair. Bottom one.
Bottom one. We can work together on this.
And his proxy body. His true self is.
You are right, Estinian.
Alright.
I will gather my soldiers and search the isle for casualties. The fiend, I leave to you. The hunt will go more swiftly with help. Zero, might I prevail upon you to accompany her?
Very well.
Then Estinian and I will make for Alzadar's legacy and secure the gate.
Stay on your guard. The enemy is clever and will have anticipated our response. Be safe, my friends, and may the sisters guide your steps.
So I think we'll probably go to where we unlock the trial, and then probably call it a night, because it's getting late.
I have no problems with that. Tom?
Yeah, so long as we can do tomorrow.
We'll see. Zero.
I'm still on the loading screen. Hold your horses. Zero. We know the fiend was headed north, but that still leaves a lot of ground for us few to cover. We need a way to conduct our search more efficiently. Do you have any ideas?
I know people.
We know people.
May have seen that.
Yeah, no.
Eh? Oh god, I did Nashi's emote. In other words, we seek help from the locals. If you think it best, then very well. So where to, then? The great work in the encampment at the Hamza hatchery? If both places are to the north, then the people there may indeed have seen something. Very well. I will head to the great work, and leave the encampment to you.
Yes, leave us to the one that doesn't have the ether, right? Oh.
So, yeah, once we end here, like, I don't know if I can do tomorrow. I can do Friday. Is that okay?
Which days?
As long as you guys don't mind the fact that if you guys don't mind the fact that I'll have pulled ahead at that point. Because pretty much as soon as we're done here, I'm going to be logging out long enough to do some editing on one of my stories. Little keys, mainly. And then as soon as that's done, I'm going to be logging in on my main and continuing from there.
And I can't expect you to just wait. Alright, that's fine.
Alright. We need to unlock flight in these zones, man.
So they throw one Archfiend at us, and then throw their last one at us. He's really gone through his minions quite fast.
Well, to be fair, he might have ways around that.
What, just make more?
Or find some way to get them back.
Or,
I mean,
or losing them is
the
just
water
unimportant.
I mean, the water one is gone because he's just in the Great Flow now. We still have the crystals from the other two, and then whatever happens to this one. If this is the Fire Fiend, I'm assuming it is.
The color would line up and match.
Can he fly? Like, did he have wings?
I mean,
before?
No, he's a tall, slender dude who doesn't wear pants.
Okay.
At least in 4. Alright.
Floated a bit.
You. Yeah, alright. Saw the light over at the Buffalo Remnants too, did you? We've sent scouts to investigate, but they've yet to report back. Is this a guy? I think this is a guy. This is a guy. We will continue to keep watch here, but if you learn anything, be sure to let us know. These fishermen saw a fiend emerge from the Buffalo Remnants before heading north, you say? I saw what I thought was a small ball of flame flung from the explosion, but now I wonder. It flew north, in the direction of Khadga. If it is in fact a fiend, then we have trouble on our hands. We must remain vigilant. Nabdeen, the guy who is ballsy with Vitra. I presume you've come to investigate the explosion at the Buffalo Remnants as well. We've yet to ascertain precisely what happened. Is there any information you can share with us? It's probably a void scent. A fiend emerged from the explosion and flew towards Khadga? Oh, the sisters. Had I learned of this sooner... Never mind, there's no time to waste. Confound it! We were so concerned with the explosion that we failed to recognize that the threat had not yet passed. We must alert command at once and instruct the people to seek shelter.
How do we
say?
get to the top?
How do we get to the top of the Khadga? What? You mean to go there and investigate?
Yeah.
Then again, you're more than capable of defending yourself. As you wish, we will leave this in your hands. The Giant Skull grounds are situated at the base of Khadga. I myself am not familiar with the mountain paths, but the quarry workers are bound to know many. Ketanur, for instance, he has worked there the longest. Go well, my friend, and may the sisters keep you.
You keep saying that, but we already killed the sisters.
I mean, we killed primals of the sisters. Mockeries of them, not the actual legends of them.
The actual legends of them. Probably not the divinities they so worship, but yeah.
Uber. Meow. You know, it's fun. The wagon you guys have an FFD6 comes with wheels, and this thing doesn't. This thing just floats.
It's how the Aeolians do it for reasons.
Yeah, I mean, they just fill those balloons up with cerulean, and it makes it so that roadside accidents aren't really a problem if they're just suspended a little above the ground.
Unless the
Doesn't make
ceruleum
them-
explodes.
I was about to say, doesn't
I
it
don't know.
make
I don't know if it's
balloons?
ceruleum, but it's something that makes it float.
Pretty sure it's cerulean.
It's hydrogen.
Hydrogen. Hydrogen. Hydrogen. Hydrogen. Hydrogen.
Shut up.
I remember that reference. I watched those videos not all that long ago. Hades won't get it.
I still have so many of those I could edit and put up, but time to do it because there's a lot to edit.
Indeed. All right, you.
Person, speak to us.
You want to climb Khadga? Oh, you couldn't have chosen a worse time. There was an earthquake earlier, and it triggered a rock slide. Afraid the main path to the summit may be blocked.
Rock slides.
But if rock slides. But if you're determined to go, then I suggest you speak with Sramul. He climbs like a langur and might know some other way up, if not the gentlest. Ba-da-bum. Ba-da-bum.
Hey, you should have given us the speed boost.
He can sprint.
Right. How to reach the top of Khadga? After what has happened, that should be the last place anyone sane would want to be. But yes, I'm familiar with another route that should still be possible. I was once afraid of heights, you see, and used it to build up my courage. Though I cannot say I have the courage to brave it under these conditions. I'll take you where the route starts, but no farther. Alright?
Let's go.
Yes. This looks nice.
Hello, can you hear me?
You want dialogue box?
I'm on your Stolas.
There I am. I'm at your Stolas.
We were too late.
Let's
The
go.
vault has been destroyed. The alchemical furnace with it.
Fuck.
Fuck, there goes our portal.
This was their true objective, to deny us entry into the void. Kanyatso and Ashdaya's eye were a diversion.
While we were away.
get
A
us
means
as
to
far away
detain us in
from-
Garlemald, while they went to work here. To reduce the vault to rubble. That which you hunt is no ordinary foe. Have care.
Yeah, it's definitely the Archfiend.
Stuck here now though, because
We worked hard on that portal, you assholes.
Yeah, we did.
That's him, alright.
Hello, cloak. And he is not wearing pants.
Such an exquisite sight. A canvas of vibrant colors. As was our world, too, once.
What do we say?
One of Golbez's champions, I presume?
Yeah, let's go with that one. He's not wearing anything other than that cloak. I was kind of expecting a little more.
I am Rubicante, the Archfiend of Fire.
Rubicante. That's actually a cool name.
A monster in flesh. Yet in spirit I remain a man. A prisoner of the past. Such tears I wept when darkness consumed the world. Until Lord Golbez came and spoke of salvation. Thus do I walk proudly at his side, to see his dream fulfilled.
Oh, so he actually has loyalty.
Your heart is pure. For benevolent cause you seek the dragon. But I cannot allow you to have it. Cannot allow you to interfere. If you would continue, then there is but one recourse. I shall await you at the summit. Come, mortal. Come and weigh your righteousness against mine.
Huh. You know, not really what I was expecting from the Archfiend of Fire.
Mount Ordeals!
Oh, ordeal. Oh no.
Mount Ordeal. Oh god! Rubicante. I also found the sisters in Tower of Zot.
Yep.
They were
I have summoned Amicus, the
annoying.
best spell ever.
Yeah, best spell ever. Come.
May I just say that the sisters
Stayed the
were really
course,
stupid.
as I knew you would. As too will I.
Oh,
Come.
Mr. Fire, dude. So, let's see how many mechanics we recognize from 4.
I'm wary of that cloak. Okay, I am prepared to floor tank it. Because new.
The archfiend of fire has no equal.
Is that simple?
You know, that guy could live for it. He wouldn't have to have it.
You've dealt with many fire affiliated
Glory of fire.
Fought a fiery chicken once. Actually, 2 fiery chickens.
Checking about Zaltea?
No. Phoenix and Zodiark. What the fuck is this? I have bad feelings.
I'm going to stay next to Mika.
Everybody's coming over here, so I'm assuming it's
Yeah,
a
Pomper,
safe place.
I see. The landing thing that's going to be good.
Back. Back. Harp. Let's spam the harp.
North by ass will remain.
Might get tricky. Might get. It's probably going to be tricky to find a safe spot in some of this. Allow me to fix that.
With all the shit that's around, I don't want to.
Indeed you do.
A little annoyed.
I like how when he turns half the arena fiery, the landscape turns into giant weeping statues.
Where is it, the arrow?
Yeah, that's what happens. Once he does a thing, you have to make sure you're positioned right.
Hopefully people know what they're doing. And I am right in it. God damn.
I got you.
Pixel out place.
I was a pixel out.
Ad phase.
Okay.
I love me a good ad phase.
I love how his ads look so cute.
Lane send.
They're like the great serpent of Ronka, except they're kind of like that. They have bat wings and they're yellow, and they hurt.
Paladin, do the thing.
Allow me to show you real blade. You spread word.
Yeah, I've actually learned a lot from you.
Will it be enough?
I am
Face
one
shaping.
with the flame.
His cloak's gone. Not good.
That's new.
Oh, is it his, so will there not be no
You
chill
are the
phase?
first to behold this form.
Sephiroth is gonna sue someone.
He has one wing.
Sephiroth's gonna sue someone. And Genesis. And Angeal.
Flames rise higher. Look now on my essence made pure. Destruction incarnate.
Hey, that's the bubble. Okay, okay, what the fuck happened there?
It keeps going. It expands out.
Gotcha, Sonny.
You might need to save the tier 3 for healing.
Oh, yep. I did not have enough help to save that.
I like
Come, oh God.
Hello. Thank you.
Okay, Nia, I'm working on you.
I shall tear you asunder.
Oh, that's not good.
Excuse me if I don't summon that one, right? Alright. No. Boss, everyone.
Attack boost. Let's go. Alright.
Flames to
This heart is made manifest. Not this again.
It's going to go to the
Be right here, my everybody. Will not give me a hit.
dark flames to me. Will remain.
Nice scream, bro.
Destruction incarnate.
I'm dead.
Yeah, once the first one goes off, you have to immediately run in.
Yeah.
Flames rise higher. To ashes.
Alright. Oh, Rika, stop!
Come, oh God. I shall tear
I did my best to shield you, Thanatos.
Did it even work?
No. I don't know if your limit break hit my shield. It did not save you.
Hey, Vectaro! Boom! Hey! I got the kill.
Victory!
That is... Die, you fuck. You made me fuck up a limit break.
Oh. You someone. Onward. Cutscene time. Cutscene time, then second star to the right and straight on till morning.
0.
It seems I was a step too slow.
Okay, I'm still in the loading screen, so y'all wait.
I'm waiting on Zero's dialogue box.
5-0.
Here to Helvet, free of charge.
Yeah, you kind of drug your feet there a little bit, didn't you?
Alright, I'm at her line. Let's go.
To defeat all of us archfiends, you are strong indeed.
Literally defeated the Cloud Darks 5 minutes ago, so you know.
This guy would have eaten the Cloud of Darkness.
What do we say?
Why for bottom one?
I'm gonna go for the bottom one. I don't want to know like why he fights for him.
Alright.
You would know your enemy's heart.
It's kind of what we do.
Very well. It bleeds more than you can ever understand. But I will speak, and you will listen, and learn how all began.
Echo powers after me.
Why do I feel like that was deliberate?
It was.
How long has it been since the world was undone? Since light and life gave way to darkness and undeath? Since we were reduced to beasts befouled, squabbling over what scant ether remains? But you are different. You remember who you were, and the paradise for which you fought. That world will never be ours again. But we need not suffer in this purgatory of death and rebirth forever. Join me, and together we shall seek the promised land.
There is no hope, no freedom from the wheel. You speak a fantasy.
I speak truth, the Ascian's revelation. There are other worlds than this. Ours is but one of 14. There is no greater proof than the whispers we hear, born of a neighboring reality. A reality to which we may journey if we can but break down the barrier that divides us.
You meant it then. We will take this world as our own.
Yeah, break that one in the process.
Count me in.
In return for your strength, I offer you opportunity to pursue your own ends in service to a greater cause. A glorious kingdom of light, wherein all may know death's sweet embrace.
Yay for more nihilism.
So he literally just wants to die.
He wants to reestablish the proper cycle of death and rebirth is what I'm getting from him. Because they're stuck in a cycle where you die and then you just kind of...
And thus did we begin our great work.
It's forced immortality.
But he's also going to have a void sent.
You intend to forsake the 13th and conquer the source.
Break the source in the process, probably, of darkness.
Just so. Our home is a lost cause. Our only choice to begin anew.
Never say never.
In this world, where we may reclaim our mortality.
You served Golbez of your own volition.
As atonement for my failures, I tried to be a hero. Tried to stop the war. But I could not.
So in turn you wage another.
A means to a final end. The wheel of depravity must be broken. Even the most exalted succumb. We eat and deepen the stain upon our souls, until only the hunger remains. Is this to be our fate for all eternity?
I don't know. About this and a great many things. But I do know that it's wrong to damn another to save yourself. Not everything need be a trade. This I learned from the people of this world. Even without a contract, without any expectation of personal gain, they labor for one another. I didn't understand it at first, and perhaps I still don't. But if I'm to achieve something, I'd rather do it their way. Else I am already a hunger-maddened beast.
They grew up so fast.
Perhaps we have indeed surrendered to the hunger after a fashion. Make for our moon. There you will find both Lord Golbez and your dragon.
The shard extends to the moon? I suppose it would. That's where they'd keep the shard of Zodiark, wouldn't it? But since the moon was Hyland's creation, right?
Yeah.
True.
She made a moon on every single shard.
Possible. She would need a place to store the Zodiark bits, and maybe she made the moon before she went to throw them with Zodiark as her plan. She'd need a cage to stuff him in before she tried to stuff him into it.
I assume no void Loprits up there.
If there are any Loprits, they're probably...
I doubt it, since the Loprits made the moon an escape pod, but the shards have nowhere to go, because, you know, they're pocket dimension.
I imagine these moons are probably very desolate.
Oh, probably. Anyway, what do we say?
I kind of want to go with the top one.
Why are you telling us this?
That's cool. Eyebrow raise.
Why are you telling
To
us
be so viciously slandered. Pride demands I prove my virtue at the last. And perhaps your own will resonate with his, and draw forth that singular jewel which abides deep within his heart.
I wonder if the piece of Zodiark's still up there. Well, we speculate it could be Golbez
The
himself.
desire which lies beyond his quest to free us from our purgatory. A desire all his own.
I don't really think a part of Zodiark.
Well, we saw a flashback, which I assume was him punching out, you know, the Watcher of the boy. I assume like if there's a moon, Hylian made a moon on every shard, she probably left a piece of the Watcher on everyone as well to watch over that shard of Zodiark.
But aren't all pieces of Zodiark locked up?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. The 13th, they attempted to do a rejoining with the 13th and mucked it up. It wasn't complete, but they did thin the barriers between the worlds, and one can assume
I assume what happened is that if it is Zodiark shard that Golbez is, my assumption would be they broke the chains holding him there, but they weren't able to break down the barriers to let him go back to Zodiark.
To the source.
Yeah, so it's a free piece of Zodiark that was denied a way to get back to itself. Like a self-aware finger trying to wiggle its way back to the hand it came from.
Singular desire to get to the source.
Beyond just wanting to fucking, die properly.
But yeah, I mean, we saw last time in point 2 the flashback of him, like clearly what looked like the Zodiark's prison, slaying one of the Watchers.
Here's a point that we.
I don't know if it was the Watcher. I can't really get into that.
Even if it wasn't the Watcher that we have on our moon, it was an ancient spectre that had been left on this shard. That particular individual.
Question.
Yes.
So, assuming again this is a shard of Zodiark, but we destroyed like the Zodiark on the source.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that in turn just destroy all of his shards on the others?
If we died, if we died to the Ardbert, would that have destroyed Ardbert?
Fair.
Yeah.
Okay, so say his whole shtick, say the whole like restore the natural order is bullshit, and he just wants to get back to the source to rejoin his original self.
And that he finds that that's not possible
anymore. Kind of already did that.
Or well, Van Daniel did it with our inadvertent help.
I mean, we did most of the work. He literally just stole the kill.
We weren't going to kill him.
We were trying to chain. We were trying to chain him.
We were.
No, we were trying to chain him back up. The Watcher. We would subdue him, and the Watcher was to rebind him. But then
that was the whole plan. And then Van Daniel was a giant fucking asshole about it and stopped us from finishing it off.
We didn't know the ramifications of what would happen if Zodiark died at that point.
It would have been easy enough to infer that that's what would have happened. We were just so caught up on the...
We had conversations with the Watcher beforehand where we didn't know the full context then, but he very much stressed that Hylian did not want Zodiark dead. That would be bad.
And plus, it's easy enough to infer. If Zodiark dies, the final days start up again.
Also, the fact that if Hylian wanted Zodiark dead, she could have done it while he was in prison.
Yeah, so it would have been easy enough to infer that if we'd been thinking about it beyond just, this is the guy the Ascians worship and we hate the Ascians. We were too blinded by frustration to see the things beyond our own nose.
And if he does have some connection to the Ascians, it makes sense if he is a shard of Zodiark.
Mm-hmm. It would also explain why he knew about the Ascians' revelation, quote-unquote, in the first place.
True.
Anyway, shall we talk to Zero?
Talk to me, Reaper Sister.
My inquiries delayed me. I am not accustomed to conversation, but I'm glad I arrived in time to speak with Rubicante. As much as I understand his motives, I believe there's a better way. Yours. The future you strive for is one I wish to see. And I want to know why I feel this way. Why this fire burns in my breast.
It's called friendship, you dense motherfucker.
Friendship and magic and guns. Alright, final quest.
Alright, next. Final quest of the main scenario stuff of this batch.
There's nothing more for us here. What of Alzadal's legacy? Has there been any word from Y'shtola and the others?
Yeah. About that.
I see. Frustrating, perhaps, but better that the gate be destroyed than used to unleash more void scent. We should return to Megaduta and rejoin the others.
To get back to the void and go to the moon. I think the moon wouldn't be as, covered in void shit, because that was the planet. And it's a celestial body. Yes?
How do we get back to the void?
That's a good one. Make a new gate, I guess. We'll fetch
We didn't
one.
even make this one. It was just there. We just made it bigger.
And used an Atomos to make it viable to traverse.
Well, we have a crystal power, and it was designed to make void gates.
It's designed to do a lot of things. Make void gates are just one of them, but they kind of nullify. But Sid and Co nullified its ability to do that, didn't they?
That's a great idea. Hey, Graha, can you use the crystal tower to open a way into the void for us?
They broke the covenant between Zonde and the Cloud of Darkness at that void gate shut, but theoretically it could be used to open another if Graha were to do it, because he has the blood of the royal line.
For however much longer the power he has over the tower will last after what Une and Doga lent him.
At least 200 years.
What about the one in the first? We use that to go back in time. Why not?
Either.
Yeah,
I think it's convenient for everyone else who can't currently travel to the first to use the one here.
Yeah. Also, we had Elidibus's help in the first, and Elidibus is gone. We can't do that again.
Okay.
All right. It is good to see you both returned hale and whole. Your friends arrived not long ago and are already with the Satrap. Shall I show you in?
Okay.
Yes. Darkin. Talk to Darkin.
They're on the moon, the shadow moon.
Just be the moon.
The moon.
Hello, Vitra. Dragon Vitra.
Ah.
Of course, if we do get
God, he has a big.
How does one get to the moon? Because we don't have a spaceship.
Alright, let me know when you're at first dialogue box.
Oh, this is Zero's first time seeing the
Thank
dragon.
goodness you're both all right.
She does not seem impressed.
Okay, I'm there at the line. Whenever you guys. Yes.
All right, let's go.
Unfortunately, we have nothing further to report apart from the loss of the gate. But tell us, how did you fare on the mountain?
Poor thing broke fast.
I killed him.
Not a problem. What did it do?
Yeah.
Golbez aspires to deliver void scent unto the source, where they may die and return to the life stream to be reborn.
Far be it for me to deny them, but the cost to our
Certainly
people
wouldn't be
would
a
be
bad
beyond
thing.
unconscionable.
But
Indeed, void scent themselves are inherently dangerous. Never mind the chaos sure to follow should the barrier twixt our worlds be shattered. 'Twould be naught less than a calamity.
Maybe we can create a queue, one voice at a time. Esteem can volunteer to murder them.
a calamity, she says.
I mean, yeah, it would basically just be a rejoining minus the rejoining of Zodiark.
How can we prevent this?
Yep. Be practical.
Yep.
Let's ask the prudent questions.
How we stop it, Catmon?
The simplest way would, of course, be to strike at Golbez himself. That said, our task has been rendered rather difficult.
Indeed. Rubicante hath deprived us of a means to cross into the void.
Can Nyatsos faint? That was doubtless what he meant when he said his part was done.
Golbez sacrificed 2 archfiends just to stop us. He must need more time to break the barrier to our world.
Then the days ahead will be critical. We must find a way back to the 13th.
Also, we know where he is. He's on the moon.
We could employ another Atomos, but that approach would only be viable if we found another planar fissure. An unlikely prospect. Better we explore other avenues. If you will excuse my absence, I shall return to Sharlayan to look for information.
By all means. Meanwhile, I shall seek the counsel of our alchemists.
Time is of the essence, so wish me luck.
Good luck, Mother.
I'm no scholar. I'll find another way to keep myself busy here.
I don't know, I kind of like both of these. You Still Alone will be more a match for those tomes.
Do we want to sass Cat Mom again, or just tell us
It's no fun to sass Cat Mom when Cat Mom isn't here to be mad about it.
Yes, because in the rest of these patches, we've already dug ourselves a deep enough hole with her.
Let's tease Astinian.
Do we not recall the moment where we all literally just got scared?
I picked my dialogue option.
Okay, it's the bottom one.
Yep.
Rest assured, I never shirk my training. I will be ready for whatever awaits.
Zero. May we call upon thee when next we venture unto the 13th.
Aye. And in case you're wondering, I won't ask for further
All
payment.
the little subtle eye movements they're doing.
I will go for myself, to try and understand why I spoke the words I said to Rubicante. And the fire I felt within, when you all came to my aid in Garlemald.
While our esteemed sorceress battles her tomes, let us see to our own affairs.
I will not fail you again, sister.
I'm waiting for the meanwhile Legion of Doom.
Alright, Tiny Varshan.
Vitra.
Before you leave, I would once again express my gratitude. By your hand, Stavner been saved yet again. But before you delivered my people, you helped me rediscover hope. When the sight of my sister's eye left me bereft and adrift for a time. We may have lost the gate in Alzadal's legacy, but there must be another way to travel to the void. And together, we will find it. For now, I bid you rest and recover your strength.
Oh, we're gonna go fight gods.
Okay, I too shall have my vessel improved ahead of our next foray. To achieve his ends, Golbez has sacrificed his 4 generals. Such a ruthless foe is unpredictable in the extreme. But no matter what he plots, we shall do our utmost to see that he does not succeed.
I mean, I kind of do question why he literally sacrificed all of his strongest.
The first two died because they were in the wrong
Legion of Doom, we might find out.
Okay. Well, okay, yeah, the first two.
The moon's red.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of shit in the atmosphere.
Was there something about a red moon on 4 that I remember talking about? Mile on the moon of the 13th.
Ah, that's where this place is.
Or what places?
Wait for me at dialogue box, please, because my loading screens are slow as balls.
Disabling. Oh shoot, wait.
Doesn't look like a shadow dragon yet.
Doesn't look like a void scent.
Kenyatso
Well, I mean, her eye was able to
Rubicante
withstand
have
shit for a long time,
joined
so
with the great
maybe she's just
flow.
mid-process, or just resisting valiantly.
Alright, one dialogue
Okay,
box.
so void. Alright, on Golbez's dialogue box.
Alright, let's go.
Do we get to hear Dragon talk?
In this world, 'tis the ravenous who are useful, and few were as ravenous as they. You were fine pawns, my archfiends, and you have played your parts to perfection.
Calls them pawns.
Acknowledge that they were good at what they did.
But with the goal in sight, I need no minions to do my bidding. Hereon,
You can actually do stuff yourself.
I shall walk alone.
Yeah, that's the pit where Zodiark was, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
I think we
Yeah.
were right on the money.
That's the Zodiark pit.
That's the pit where Zodiark was, yep.
At least.
Yeah, I think our...
He lives
What
in the
the
pit
hell?
where Zodiark was. Yeah. Golbez may very well be Zodiark.
Is that the 13th?
At long, long last, the end draws nigh. The end to life on that star, and the end to my suffering.
Beyond closed gates awaits your foe, where no path leads and none may go.
He's totally Zodiark.
Indeed.
He is the right kneecap of Zodiark.
So
he's definitely a piece of Zodiark, kind of sounding.
He's in the pit.
Sick
He's
tired.
He's in the pit. He is talking about that. You know, there's a question.
We saw last time he emerged and killed whichever ancient was watching over this shard.
So Zodiark's whole shtick was to cover the planet in a veil of ether to forestall the final days, right?
Yeah.
That was his initially stated purpose, yes.
That and later to sacrifice the life of all new mortal races that were coming to being to bring back acid civilization.
Okay, so here's a question. Here's something. When Heidelin beat him down and shattered him into 14 pieces, those 14 pieces were still admitting ether and protecting each of those shards from the final days, right?
Hard to say. We do know that if the Source succumbed to the final days, then all the other shards would immediately follow suit.
So again,
So the final days weren't a phenomenon in the other shards, so I am not sure if the other ones were projecting.
I mean, it was more a fact that they're in pocket dimensions, so Metian couldn't reach them, but because ultimately they're in pocket dimensions and the source is the real world, quote unquote, if the real world is destroyed, the shards go with it.
Also, I just had a little brain blast, a hypothesis, if you will. Without a heart, like a Litibus, then Zodiark was basically just a brain-dead animal. That implies to me that the same might be true for Zodiark's pieces. If Golbez is one of Zodiark's pieces, one of his shards, then without something to act as the mind, it would just be another animal, which leads me to think, what if Golbez is a void sent who possessed the shard of Zodiark?
Either that or a shard of Zodiac that somehow just developed its own.
What if it? Okay, here's a question.
I just made 26,000 gil. Nice.
Okay, so here's thinking on your idea, instead of like being a mindless animal, what if again the failed rejoining of the 13th was a long time ago, right?
That was the first one they tried and it failed, yes.
Say again the whole theory of that shard of Zodiac freed but not released and not able to rejoin the source like it was supposed to. So say once that shard was freed, it gained more self-awareness and made its own consciousness on its own. Like are different people, yet they're still like shards of us, right? Ardbird and possibly Zero.
Right.
Has created his own self and personality through his experiences.
It's possible. Right now, we're just doing a lot of
Either way, I am like 85% sure that Golbez is Zodiark.
It's starting to look like it.
I mean, he's literally living in his pit. And compared to like what we did last time, where it seems like he was almost emerging from that pit and killing.
Because what he said there is that the whole thing of just he wants. I don't even think he really just wants the voice sent to go to the source. He just wants the 13th to die to end his suffering. That's what he said.
That's actually a point. Zodiark was created initially to serve as the will of the star, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And the 13th literally lost its will to be other than just this empty husk.
The 13th is miserable. We've seen its miserable state firsthand several times now. If Zodiark was created to be the heart, or like the will of the world, maybe he can feel the state of it. And if Golbez is a shard of Zodiark, he can feel the state of the void, and it must suck.
So yeah, ironic that Zodiark, created to beat the nihilism of bloody Fandaniel and Metian, ends up succumbing to nihilism on the 13th.
At present, that is an interesting idea, but we are just reeling with a lot of conjecture and speculation. We don't actually have a whole lot to go off still. More than we did.
The way things are shaping up, our encounter on the source was not the end of Zodiark. They're fucking still dealing with the old bastard.